Okay, so tonight, because we're jumping into December, I wanted to do a little bit more training on social media. And in terms of the consistency and showing up, and also me creating an 11-day turkey burn for everybody in the US. It's a little, comp that we're going to do together because I know Australia has that Santa burn going on, the summer shred. And so, out here in the States, we need something that's not summer like because people are going to get confused. So I'm going to share with you guys what I created through Canva, and that you guys can start leveraging onto your social media stories. This is going to be starting next Monday, the 6th, and it's just going to be an 11-day, kind of like 11-day cleanse, basically. So what that consists of, and what's great, I know some of you have gotten this pack already, so it's going to be helpful, but you're going to be doing days 1 through 3 are just going to be normal shake days. Okay. Then days 4 through 5 is going to be a double cleanse. Days 6 through 9 is going to be a shake day. That's just 2 shakes a day, 2 snacks a meal. And then days 10 through 11 is going to be a cleanse day. So it's just going to be 11 days. This is a really good way to get new customers in to do this with us so that we can have like our own little community that's just focused on this 11-day shred, and that we can hold each other accountable. We can share results, all of that jazz. So this is something that I'll share in the Facebook Messenger thread together. And I'll put in the slides so that you can save to your phone and share. Cool. Okay, now with social media, I'm just going to do a little bit on this and then we'll end it with another product because I know that you guys liked that, and basically wanted to get everybody's feedback if anybody did further, research or study into the shakes, the cleanse, the ionics, etc. But with social media, it's really, really important, guys, that we're being consistent and that we're showing up every day. Now, it's not that you have to put ISA everything into your stories, but just showing your people that you have a pulse, right? Because some of us, it's like we're in a private business right now and people don't know what we're offering. And I know in the beginning it can get a little bit overwhelming. It's an adjustment. And I can totally relate as well, because when I started 3.5 years ago, I just came in for the products. I wasn't really interested in the business in the beginning, and I didn't have a big following. I had like 387 followers on Instagram, and I had like a few hundred on Facebook, and I didn't really have that reputation. Like, people knew me back in Australia as like the mischief party girl. Like, I didn't have a good reputation, just in full transparency here, right? So when I'm showing up on social media talking about cleanses and positivity and life, they're like, who is this lady? What is she talking about now? She's drinking the Kool-Aid. So I had to build a reputation that I feel just now, 3.5 years in, people are starting to really know, like, and trust me because I'm showing up as myself. I have that consistency that Steph is still an Isagenix. She's still showing up. She's still, been vulnerable and been honest and just showing her life through this and etc. Right? But it's taken time. And I think that's what I want you guys to know in the beginning, is that when I talk about consistency, like I really mean that. And it doesn't have to be like hardcore. You could just show things that you enjoy in your life, just show things that inspire you. It doesn't have to be shakes and ionics and collagen all the time, but you can kind of sprinkle them in throughout your day, right? You could kind of show how you start your day, how you journal, just take people along like it's a reality TV show in a way. I know that time can be restricted on what you can contribute to social media, but then that's when you have to kind of, counter into making an appointments with yourself to get some content out there. And that's something that you could do with that quadrant style that I showed you for the IPAs, like 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Like, I'll be honest with you, today I didn't want to do so many stories because I've had family in town for the past 5 days and I'm feeling like mentally drained. But I was like, I need to show up and just do a little something. So I just had a shower to kind of like change my mood. And then from that, I immediately went in and did some stories. Right? Like, sometimes you just got to switch up that energy, because if like we fall into the then it's no fun. Okay, so does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. I just think it's super, super important just to show up as yourself. I think it's really easy to compare to everybody else in Isagenix or other people and other network marketing companies and think that you have to show up as them. But really what's the missing piece here, what's the unique piece is you, right? People are not drawn. You can't be Sandra, you can't be Joe. You have to be you, right? Because then it's inauthentic. So it's super, super important that you're showing up in your own way, and you'll be surprised the things that you think are silly, people are really drawn to about you, right? So just share the things that, even like handy tricks on like how you get ready in the morning or how you do your hair, or, you know, a baking tip, I don't know, a hobby that you like that you think was really valuable to you when you learn, and just share that with people, okay? One of the things that, you know, that we sometimes, you know, forget to think about is, you know, back in the day, network marketing before social media, you know, they had to knock on people's doors. They had to put TV ads in. They had to put things in the newspaper. They had to do all this old school stuff, right? And now we have the ability in this era for free to get on social media and share what we have to offer, right? So that's the beautiful thing that we need to remember what we have here. Again, like, you don't be spammy. Don't be like all these other people. Again, just, you know, sprinkle bits of Isagenix into your life and just show how it works in your routine, right? You can always do call to actions, like you'd add in like a poll, you could add in questions, or like a, you know, a link. I love those links now. But then just keep showing your life. Cool. Some of the things that I wanted to share in addition to social media is the free images that are available to you on isagenixbusiness.com. Okay, so if you guys haven't checked out isagenixbusiness.com or ANZ, Isagenix Business for Aussie, I encourage you to check it out under resources. When you click that tab, it will say like social media or free resources and tools. And when you click on there, there's free shareables as well, especially with like the collagen elixir kit. There's stuff in there as well for you guys to leverage as well. Another thing is, if you're wanting like before and after photos, we post them a lot in our team page. But if you're in Isagenix, IsaBody USA Facebook group, or the Australian one, if you're in Elixir University, I think I've added most of you into this. So if you haven't gotten it, just let me know and then I can re-add you. But in those, you can find so many before and afters as well to save in and create your own thing. I love using Unfold app. You can use those different apps where you can create it to where it looks nice to your brand, right? Like even with carousels on your page, like you don't have to do kind of like that tacky looking before and after and it be all over your page. Like if that's you, go for it. But you know, I know some of you, your brand is on point right now. So what you could do is get a really aesthetic, pleasing photo for number one, and then when they slide through, you can add in the rest so that it kind of fits in with your branding. Yeah, cool. All right. I want to give this time right now just a little bit of Q&A from what I've said. Does anybody have any questions right now about social media, and if they're having difficulty showing up consistently? Just let me know so that we can at least help you or bring some ideas forth. No? Okay. One of the things that I will let you guys know is that it's very, very, very important. Like attraction marketing is good, but it takes some time. Like if you've got a large following, a large audience, it's easier to kind of do that attraction marketing because you already have that trust in place. But if you're just starting now, this is where you have to go in and actually make the introduction. So one of the pointers that I can give you here, if you're running out of people to talk to, or you don't know where to start, or you're like, oh, I don't have enough people to fam today, get up when you post a story, a few hours later, click on and see who's viewed it. If there's people in there that you haven't spoken to before, or people that you haven't, had a conversation with in a long time, just check out their profile, give them a suss out, figure out what they're doing, see if they're a good fit that you would want to connect with them. like a few, engage in their content, and then send them a message just saying, you know, hey, long time no speak, I hope all is well. A little thing like that, and send and start a conversation. So you can really leverage your stories by doing that, because then it's not like, hey, like just sliding right into your DM. They've actually engaged with your stories. So they've kind of given you that opening to engage with them, right? Or if they engage in your polls, they add something in the poll, the questions, or they put a message me thing, whatever. They've opened up that door for you to kind of go in there to where you're able to start that conversation, and it doesn't feel weird. Because I know in the beginning it can kind of feel that way, and that's normal. Okay. Cool. All right, guys. So that's social media. Again, I'll put the turkey burn slides into our Facebook thread. Then we can start leveraging that together. This will be a good week for you guys to really start putting that out, sprinkling it in daily into your stories, start talking about it, get people engaged so that we can get them signed up this week so that they can start with us on Monday, depending if you want to do this. But it's a really good way to get in those extra customers as we go into December. Cool. All right. So going into products now, we went over the Isoline Shake last week, the Ionic Supreme, and the Cleanse for Life. I know T's got her pack and she's about to try that all out, so that's very exciting. Carly's having some amazing results right now as well. Cass, I mean, shredded girl. Nikki, I mean, everybody on here. So does anybody want to share any testimonials about their thoughts on one of those products that we discussed last week? What do you love most about the Isoline Shake or the Cleanse for Life or the Ionics, or anything that you want to share? Okay, Nikki.
Hi. With the shake, I just wanted to share that my kids absolutely love it. They like froth in the mouth for the vanilla shake. They're not too fast on the chocolate, but the vanilla they are. Yeah. So when I mix my banana and blueberries, they get involved in it, and they put the blueberries and the banana into the shake, and they get so excited. I put about a quarter of a cup of my shake into their shake, and banana and blueberries, like a whole banana and like a tray of blueberries, and my son just eats the whole thing. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So if anyone is interested, with the whole kid side of things, my kids just love all of them. They like the snacks, even though they shouldn't be having them. They just love all of it. They think it's all tasty, and they've been sleeping better now that I've started it. And I'm just like, oh, this is just freaking amazing. So there we go.
That's a huge win. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else? Or does anybody want to share more about their collagen or the adaptogen elixir story?
Do a double cleanse. Do a bloody double cleanse. You remember I was like, that's it, I don't know if I'll ever cleanse. Now I'm like hanging on the edge of my seat, and I'm, those, you can only do 2 double cleanses a month. I'm like, oh God, how, it's bloody good stuff, guys. Bloody really works, eh? And you come out of it just like absolutely charged, killing it.
Yeah, absolutely crushing it, Cass. I mean, seriously, and especially like, again, with your background as a personal trainer and, kind of that skepticism that we had in the beginning to now you're a believer and those abs are like showing, it's like, okay.
My natural tendency to eat ridiculous amounts of everything constantly, and now I'm addicted. I'm hanging on the edge of my seat waiting for this next double cleanse. Just try it. I know the first day is a bit like, whew, but get into that second day if you haven't done it before, and have fun trying to stop yourself before going into the third day. That's what I reckon. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to be so shredded.
Oh, I love that. I feel like I want to do a cleanse day tomorrow. You got me hyped up with that energy. Carly, do you want to share with us what you've been experiencing so far in your 30 days?
Yes, I'd love to. Thank you. By the way, hello, everybody. good evening, good morning, whatever time it is where y'all are at. Cass, I am just in shock with your abs. I love them. I'm for it. And I believe it. I'm actually not working out. I've been on a 2 weeks. I mean, it's been 2 weeks since I like actually hit like working out as much as I love to, but I still been able to see results. I've still been able to see, like, even after the cleanse, like I'm telling you, the first day I was like, it was an exhausting day for me because it's the first time I've ever just fasted on purpose, intermittent fast, you know what I mean? And like evening time, I was like, okay, I'm tired. The second time around on the week, I was wide awake. I was wired. Like it was the complete opposite. It was, late at night, and usually the week before my stomach was growling. I was so hungry. Like I didn't want anybody around me to talk about food because I was like, I want to eat. And then, the second week comes around and it was the complete opposite. I loved it. And I loved, when it did come down to weighing the results, because at the end of the day, I'm looking at the results so I can have that tangible proof to show to the people, because just telling them how I feel is not enough. So showing them, like when I paid attention to my belly, because I have a mom belly as well, just seeing the amount of bloating of, I don't know, fat, I guess you could say, that went away, that just started showing. I'm like, how is this possible? I haven't even been doing my 10-15 minutes of abs every single night, when beforehand I was doing 20 minutes every night and I was not seeing any results. I was like, where are these abs ever going to pop up? And just with doing the cleansing, it's been, I'm seriously shocked. I can't believe it. So if you want to get abs, like, do the cleanse. Like I feel it, 2-3 day cleanse, like back to back to back. And get that energy. I think honestly, for me, the energy has been coming obviously from the nutritionally supported, what is it called? The cleanse for life, the mango one. I love that one. I love that one. That one's my favorite one right now. And I did what you mentioned, Steph, putting the iced tea, the green tea, unsweetened green tea, and then just pouring that mango. It's life. I think I have like 2 or 3 of those throughout the cleanse day. That's my testimony. So I feel it. And then I see Cass's abs. I'm like, I can't wait till I work out because I'm going to be shredded. I'm going to be ripped.
Yeah. That is so awesome, eh? That is so awesome. I love us mums just like giving it hell. But do you know what? I got such great results in the first couple of weeks too, that my exercise was like once a week. I'm not joking. It's only in the last week that I've actually started properly exercising again. So I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's all food. It's all food, dash of exercise, just a dash.
It's so crazy. I love it.
That's so awesome to hear.
Right now. Go ahead, Mom.
Oh, I love it. I did a cleanse 1.5 days because I flew yesterday to Perth, and I was like, I'll do it up until I meet my mom, and then we knew what was going to happen because she waited for me with tons of food. But I'm very excited also for Talisa, for you to try it, babe, because I feel like it's going to be next level for you. Like, yeah, like maybe like Carolee said, maybe first week might be a little bit difficult in terms of like your cravings or hunger, you're just getting your body used to it. But like second week, you're going to find yourself being so productive at work and holding your energy a lot better during your long days. I know how hard you work for the startup. So yeah, I think it's going to improve pretty much every single area of your life. And then you find yourself actually going on video naturally and talking about like, whoa, the energy. And I think that's what I was discussing with you a little bit like a few days ago about like, jump on a video, because it's awesome to post those photos on stories, but there's no emotional connection to the person if they don't hear you go, holy shit, what is going on? Like, I'm feeling it. Like, whoa, I want everyone to feel this. Holy shit, I've been missing out on feeling this good. Wait, what? I thought it was normal to have a nap on my keyboard at 2 p.m. Like, no, like 3 coffees a day. No, what the heck is this? Just have an e-shot. So that sort of thing. When you start speaking that way, Talisa, and I think we all, once we get through those couple of cleanse days, it does happen. You'll see yourself naturally sharing in a way from that space, and it's going to be very powerful for you.
And then you can combine that with business and say, go, absolutely, I want to make this my business. Are you kidding me? I'm getting paid to feel this freaking good and tell other people to feel this good. Are you kidding me? Hell yeah, business of the 21st century. Who wants in? So then you can mix and match it together with that energy. But that energy is going to be an absolute people magnet for all of you guys on this call. It's literally how I built my business in the first 2-3 years, because I did not have a third of the knowledge Cass would have right now about nutrition. And I still enrolled so many people because that's how I showed up, like a hectic woman. And people just wanted to feel like they could feel me talking through that video. I'm very excited. We're having an event with Cass and Nikki, their first event. I feel like I'm launching them off. And I was also going to recommend you guys in Phoenix, because you are, at the end of the day, in the same city. I want to challenge you, Steph, to bring the girls together and run an event, because Talisa, I know you guys work hard, you're busy. We're so comfortable right now with the online space, but I think it's time to get uncomfortable and start creating that community. I know, Steph, you're already meeting up with your little girls group and doing the sound things and healings, but it's similar to that. Create a group for this. Small little launch parties. You don't have to go through all of the slides, but just a little bit. Hey, honey, say hi. And just let's get real uncomfortable. I haven't done an event in a long time, and even for me with Cass and Nikki this weekend, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm gonna give it my best, and I know I'll end it work. And at the end of the day, I just know that we need to socialize as humans. It's what makes us. Think about even when you go to church, how good the vibe is in there, because it's for those that go to church, right? It's just because it's community. That's why. And you feel everyone's energy. And it's the same when we go to celebration, you're on, like, it feels like you're on steroids or something. It's because of the community and everyone's energy together, wanting better for humanity. And that's how we're doing it. So if you guys start creating, it'll be one person that will come for 6 months and maybe 2 and then 3. We'll start small, but I reckon it's time that we all started events, because I can tell you, your businesses, Carolee, if you just have one mom come next week, and then next week the same, and then in 2 weeks maybe 3 moms, and then the kids can have their little kiddie table, and you give them some like smoothies and kids table, and then us, we can have maybe wine and hummus as well, like however you want to do it. I think that's going to absolutely explode your businesses. When we're going back to Brisbane, we are also going to hold an event, so you guys can hold us accountable as well. Did you want to add something? It's how we built our business at the beginning. We literally went like this. It was event 100%.
When we moved to Brisbane, there was no events. Like, there was 0 events being held.
And there so many leaders here as well.
There, like so many like millionaires, so many like 6-figure owners, and no one was doing anything.
Zarin and I come to Brisbane, and guess what we do? We start Wellness Wednesday.
Now, granted,
everyone comes, all the leaders.
At first they didn't. So like we were holding it every Wednesday. The first, I'd say 2 weeks, we had 1 person, and then the following week 2 people. And then it went 10, 12, 15, 40, 60, like it just blew up. And the thing was, it wasn't that we were sharing every week. We were literally encouraging all the new people to just share a little bit, and then maybe present here, present there. And then by week 4, by a month, everyone else, we were just sitting there. We were just holding the space, putting out their products, and everyone else was hosting. We didn't even host.
So that 30-second story, we did training for you guys on like the first week. That's all we taught them. And then we taught them the next step, which was how to open the room. And then the next step was how to do some of the slides. And before we knew it, everyone was independent and they were running their own businesses. But because they were put on in that uncomfortable space of like also learning and doing, which is the fastest way to learn and then teach someone else. And we grew so fast.
And we were sitting on the floor and stuff. Like it wasn't like super pro.
We started at our house with pillows and people sitting on pillows. And then we had to organize a community room. So that's us, 2 people that just moved in a state that didn't know anyone. So I feel like it's so doable, and it just matters who you are and what energy you bring, because you can literally be that light in your community. This is every single one of you are the light in your community. One person changed our lives, Peter Kelly. She started Wellness. One person had would have never met me if it wasn't for that community and someone telling me about a Wellness Wednesday.
On top of women being like, you guys, I mean, if there's anything that I'm jealous about, it's just women in general. You guys are like pro at this. Like I really, really had to work really hard, and I still do, to learn the skills consistently. Whereas like women, just, you guys are natural sharers, you're natural nurturers, you're natural carers. Like you listen better than men. Like you guys do everything better than men. So like in this profession, you guys are just, but it's true though. It's true. You guys are so well equipped with the skills already that all the guys have to try and learn. And so you're already ahead of the game. And so all it is about you connecting with like other women, other partners, whoever it may be, and then, yeah.
And what's close to your heart, like Carolee, if community church is close to your heart, connect with those people from that space and then go, how can we give more? How can we contribute more? But start from that space, because if that's your heart and soul, start with that space. That's where you're going to connect energetically to those people and then go, well, have you found a way to get there? Because if you haven't, I have. And I would love to create some movements in this community. I would love to see all of us young worshipers be independent and be able to buy our parents' homes and travel. I would love to see us all be able to give more than 10% back. I would all love for us to be able to start a charity. All this stuff costs money and time. So how are we going to do it?
And do it in your pajamas.
And do it in my pajamas. I'm still in my pajamas, guys. But yeah, like Steph said at the beginning of this call, it's really important that the way you show up, it's very individual to you and it's authentic to you, because when you're connected to your own personal vision and passion, you are unstoppable. Because between Steph and I and Zara, we don't care how you talk about it, how you do it, but it's got to connect. So same with you, Talisa. Like once you get a hold of it and you've got a bit of more of that energy weight, like day 5 or 6 on the 30-day cleanse, you'll have to then start talking about your passion, about photography, how you want to do this all of the time, how you want to be able to afford all of the lenses, how you want to travel the world, because when you tell people that that's what you're dreaming and that's what you want and that's where you're going, people will follow. That's the emotional connection that you have with people, and that's when you connect with people energetically. It doesn't matter where they're from, they'll feel like this close to you because of what you just shared. But if it's flaky, if it's just a photo, it's no one's going to connect to that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that was God. We went on for a bit too long now. Sorry, Steph.
No, thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you. That was everything.
And Steph, leading towards NYKO, perfect time to fit in a couple of small events. Yes. And then with that big group, you all go to NYKO, and then you all have like a little 10, 20 people group that you're going together with.
Yes,
you know,
reading my mind, I'm thinking that I should do something leading up to NYKO. Maybe like a Wellness Wednesday or a collagen and cocktails or something fun.
It doesn't have to look super official, but catch up a couple of times before NYKO and then prepare them mentally that, you know, what's it gonna be.
Yeah, that's what we started doing, Steph. We're like, we know everyone that we know loves food, so we're like, every second Sunday we're gonna host a barbecue on our rooftop. We've got like we'd say to everyone, we've got the biggest rooftop pool in the Southern Hemisphere. Come check it out. Bring your shorts, whatever it was. And we would just do like sausages, steaks.
And we'll have half ISA people, half brand new people. And they come into that environment where all of us are talking about, you know, what we're doing and Isogenics and where we're going in life. And those guys are like, oh, well, tell me more. And it's coming from the space of we're doing things that we, you know, comfort, food, that sort of thing. But yeah, I definitely want to encourage you, Steph. I don't even think it's going to be uncomfortable for you. I think you're just so ready. This is next level for you, is you starting your own events. Steph, you're going to be like the Peter Kelly of like Arizona. Cass, you're going to be the Peter Kelly of Perth again, right? Us, we're going to be the Peter Kelly of Brisbane again. I'm saying Peter Kelly's because she's the young one that started these events, and that's how we all went like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. A person coming to your event, it's almost an assured consultant.
Yes.
So when you look at the vision of executive, having 10 consultants, 10 people that eat for free, that's 10 people that come to your events and just get the vision, hear a few of the stories, boom, they're going to bring 1 or 2 people next week or the week after.
And it's $1,000.
And then some of those guys would get it. And so now all of a sudden you don't just have team of consultants, you have team of managers and beyond, because then they're sharing and then they're sharing. But that really happens at, like I said, other communities. Look at church, look at sporting events where people are in groups, right, where they love the bike thing that you do, Steph. Like there's a huge community that they are obsessed with that, right? Or people like they love F45 or Soul Cycle. There's full communities, they're obsessed, it's their life. But they thrive on the community. They thrive on meeting the other guys and be in the front row of Soul Cycle because, you know, they've known each other for years and they ride like crazy, you know?
Mm-hmm. I love
so
that.
Community is key. Sorry, Steph.
No. I love everything that you say is gold. So thank you so much. I'm so excited, and I'm going to definitely get some events going. I can't wait to hear all about what's going to happen in Perth too. So excited. All right, guys. Well, we're hitting that 30-minute mark now. So I just, wanted to open this space. Does anyone else have any questions before we close it out? We're good? Perfect. Well, I'll get those 11-day turkey burn slides in. I also wanted to do a little shout out as well to T. She just created her first consultant today. So I just wanted to say, well,
let's go. Oh my God, I got goosebumps. Are you kidding me?
I just wanted
Oh
to
my
shout out
God.
to her.
Oh, I got goosebumps even on my legs. Wow. This is the best. Guys, we need to put in Team Crystal Vision and celebrate the shit out of them and UT. And man, we need to celebrate every little milestone like this, which is not little, but this way. We need to go freaking off. Every time we enroll someone, every time we rank advanced, every time we help someone else rank advanced, we need to go off. Like, I'm not kidding.
Yes.
I already have gifts imagined for all of you guys when you hit manager, director, exec. I even brought shit with me in Perth. So Cass and you girls better be ready because the expectations are high. I got gifts for y'all. Sorry, Steph.
So close there. Everybody's so close. And I wanted to add that to you guys as well, ladies, because you guys are all still new. Let's just celebrate the hell out of ourselves every time we just ask somebody to take a look at Isagenix. Even if it's just one person, can we get a high five for each other? Sometimes we overlook that part, but that part's the hardest part, right? So let's high five every time we do that every day. If it's just one freaking person, celebrate that shit. All right.
Direct message, get a no, celebrate yourself. Every no, celebrate yourself.
Yeah, because that's growth and you're planting the seeds, all right? Don't forget that.
Yes, Steph. Yes, Queen. I promise you.
All right.
Oh, and thank you for our little